Hey y'all, happy hump day. Hey Black Beauty, how you doing? Child, it's been a week so far, right? I said I am going to finally make time to come live on this here YouTube because I know that my people want to know what I have to say about all the chicanery that I have seen going on these YouTube streets. Child, hey Nikki baby. But I hope that you guys have been enjoying your week so far. It is hump day. We are midway through the week. Child, and not only, life be lifing. I've been watching the news. I've been having to deal with what's going on in the real life situation. And child, there's a lot going on, right? Hey, Red Vines Popcorn. But there's also a lot going on this reality show that we call the beef sector, right? The beefing sector. Shout out to Kwani, right? And so I said, well, let me get on here and talk about it, right? Let me get on here and talk about it. So, child, look, I just want to get right into it. Hey, Nessa, hey, how you doing? And so, y'all, please hit the like button, okay? Please hit the like button. And if one of you guys will please type my title and drop it in the chat for me so I won't forget to talk about something because y'all know once I get talking, I get to going on. And I can start off talking about something, one thing, and end up talking about something else. I'm going to try not to do that today, right? Because I feel like today is going to be a busy day around the beef sector, right? So, anyway, let's get started. So, hey, Black Beauty. Hey, Nikki Baby. Hey, Red Vines. I know I said that before. And hey, Nessa A. And hey, everybody in the clouds that have not dropped down to say hi to your girl. If you are in the clouds, please hit the like button as well. It is free. It is free and it helps me get back into the algorithm because I know I'll be gone so long and then I have to come back. That's why I am a nomad in case anybody in the clouds didn't know that. Hey, Sassy, how you doing, girl? Sassy, do you want to be my co-host today, Sassy? So you can help me fill in some of the blanks? Let me know, right? Because you know I can't see everything. And I know you probably got some tea that I am not aware of. So let me know if you want to talk today, okay, girl? And I will happily drop the link because I know that I am going to miss out on something. So anyway, let's get started. So y'all know I get up in the middle of the night. I am a certain age, and sometimes we have to get up in the middle of the night, use the bathroom, right? So I gets up about, I guess it was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I always take my phone with me, while I'm in there, so I can see what's going on the YouTube streets real fast while I'm sitting there, right? Well, honey, last night I sat on that toilet so long, and at one point I laughed out loud, right? I thought I was gonna wake the mister up. Let me tell you why I laughed out loud, right? I log go to YouTube, and Lemon is live, of course, and I don't ever get to see his lives unless I go searching for it because I have 20 minutes if you want me to come up now, or I can come. Oh, just go on and come up after the meeting, Sassy. That'll be fine. I don't want to put you, I know you got things to do. But thank you, baby. Uh-huh. Yeah, just click back on after if you want to. That'd be fine. You know what I mean? And so, and then you might not want to come up on this one anyway, because I'm talking about limit, right? That's what we're gonna start. So, like I said, child, I'm in the bathroom, right? Yeah, thank you, Sassy, and please come back if you can, because I know I'm gonna miss something. You know what I mean? You know how I do, right? So anyway, y'all, I'm in the bathroom. It's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, Sassy. It's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I log on to. I see the lemon thing going down my feed. Right now, the first thing I saw, hey Roxy, the first thing I clicked on, and it was a free for all like it normally is. Right, I feel like lemon, honey, baby, sweetheart, dear heart. You don't have any control of your panel. This is just my opinion. Y'all please hit the like button. Hey Creole Butterfly, how you doing? You finishing a medical procedure? I hope it goes well, Creole. I hope it went well. And let me send prayers and positive energy your way that it went well, right? Lemon cams up confirms my suspicion. Right, right. Thank you, Red Vines. Love trains. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, simply me. Let me put this up here, y'all, so I won't forget to talk about something. So anyway, we're gonna start off with lemon, right? Before it got to the cam up or after, I'm gonna tell you where I came in on it yet. Before we even talk about the camera, when I came in, the y'all know the LG lady or the TG, they supposed to be twins or something. You welcome Creole, right? So one of them was up on the panel and she was losing her mind on Brooke because Brooke was up there. It was a couple of people up there, right? She was losing her mind on Brooke. They could not contain her. She would not let. Lemon kept saying, "Okay, you done said what you said. You done did your big one. Let Brooke respond." Now, so I'm assuming she was drunk because we know we have several disorders running rampant in this sector, but not only in this sector all over YouTube, but particularly in this sector because this is a sector that I'm talking about today. So perhaps she was drunk. I heard that she had a problem with alcoholism or whatever, right? So whatever the case was, and she might have been stone cold sober and she just don't like Brooke. Hey, View. Now I don't know. Now I think if I can remember way back when Brooke and the TG and the LG, or maybe the yes, honey, several disorders running rampant. We got alcoholism, we got drug addiction, we got mental illness, child. We got delusion. just so many. Hey, Robin. Hey, Chlorio. Hey, child. It looks like a pre-recorded video of Lemon. What I saw last night, honey, that was him. So anyway, let me tell you. Thank you, Chlorio. And so anyway, y'all, please feel free to tip your girl. Give your girl a tip in the tip jar if you appreciate the commentary. And please, by all means, please, 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 thumbs up the video and share the live. That is free. That is free. Okay. So anyway, I came on there and it was a free for all. The girl, the LG or the TG, whoever it was, she was unhinged, right? So I can remember way back. Now I don't know exactly know where it started, but it took me a long time to pay attention to Brooke. I heard that she came from the hey Patricia. I heard that she came from the R. Kelly sector when she was supporting R. Kelly or whatever. But this Brooke and this TG, I can remember them coming on talking about how she had I guess they was beefing. I don't even remember where the beef started or where it stemmed from. I don't know. Did they say she tried to scam them or something? I don't know where it stemmed from, but evidently, uh woo, Bappa, you a mess. We ain't even got to that yet, honey. Give me a minute, right? So she was unhinged, and I couldn't figure out why she was so unhinged, right? And at one point, somebody up there said, "Girl, it sound like you a hater." You know what I mean? Because she was talking about Brooke and all these activities that she supposed to had been doing concerning her, lady parts or whatever, right? And then Brooke, she was trying to get a word in edgewise and hey, Samba Queen, and then she was and then Brooke was like, I've been with, my man for I think she said 16 years, and before that I was with a guy for 10 years because the LG or the TG was naming off all this stuff that she had allegedly done, right? I mean, it was a lot of stuff, right? And so all that was going on, right? So she finally dropped off the panel, but she was irate. And I said all that to say that at this point, when it comes to the TG and the LG, those women, it really does sound like y'all haters because y'all talk about her more than she talk about y'all. The only time she talk about you, LG or TG or both of y'all, is when y'all start talking about her. It's like this y'all only storyline. And I don't know where the beef started, but at some point in time, honey, you need to let it go. Cause you was irate, like you was out of control on this woman, right? So whatever beef y'all had at one point in time, I'm sure it's gone by the wayside. Cause Brooke got so much stuff going on, and it seemed like you don't want her to get her shine, and it does seem like you're jealous of her, in my opinion. As well as some other people's opinion at some point in time. Like nobody cares whatever it was that you still on her hollering and screaming about. And maybe nobody has told you ladies about that, but let me tell you, honey, we don't care. Okay, we don't care whatever it was in the past that you went through a book. You need to let it go, honey, and move it right along. Cause you seeming like a hater. It sounded like you was running your blood pressure up. It sounded like you was wanting to jump through the screen because Brooke got another situation going on that's not pertaining to y'all at all. Okay. And so why you want to insert yourself to the point to where you so irate is beyond me. But to each his own. But I'm just saying you sound like a hater. You really sound like a scorned past lover. That's what you sound like to me. It's just unhinged, right? Chlorio said the twins are drunkards, Miss O. They stay drunk. Tony, I guess when they get drunk, they got Brooke on the mind. Don't they have men? Okay. Anyway, moving right along. I just want to say that part right. So that happened on Lemons. And then he calmed up on his channel last night. And then after that, I heard Jay Dunn was up there, right? So Jay Dunn was up there and she read this guy named, is his name Stefan? I don't know him. I think his name is Stefan or Stefan or something. She read him down. Now Jay Dunn is very irritating to me, but baby, when I say she dragged that man last night, and she said something to this man that I had never heard in my life, right? She said, now evidently, allegedly, he is supposed to be get in the community, in the LGBT community, but from what it sounds like, he keep having babies by women or whatever, right? And I'm gonna use my words because she said you keep collecting babies or something like that. She said, but this what she said, y'all, right? At one point in time, she was dragging him, and she was dragging him beef sector style, like they said. And I guess he was in his fifis. But she said, "You keep going to where he has been. So he's been delivered. Like what's his name, Caldwell or whatever. Hey, Dominique, his name is Stefan, I believe, right? Hey, Hypnotic, y'all please hit the like button, okay? He no longer practices gays. Is that right? Because he was delivered. Like, what's his name? Is his name Caldwell? Or that guy that said he was delivered? I ain't gay no more. I've been delivered. What is his name? Andrew Caldwell or something like that, right? But anyway, y'all, this is what she said, right? She said, she said, you keep having I think I can babies. She said he be saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And then he'll complete the act and he'll get another baby. I said, y'all, when she said that, I laughed so dang on hard. I thought I was gonna wake up to miss that shit. What in the world is that? I think I can, baby. I said no. I got my whole life, but she said he be having I think I can babies. Like he on top of the woman saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Like the little engine that could, child. And when he followed through, he'll collect another baby. I said, bye bye. I got my whole entire life, but she said I had never heard that before. Word me, hey, word me, hey, Jessica B, hey, Sunshine, and did I miss somebody? I don't think I missed anybody. But yeah, y'all, I got my whole life when she said that. I said, go, J Dunn. Okay, so she read him down to the ground, right? And then Lemon was like, dude, maybe she got him there. Okay, maybe they both ready to. Okay, now he hit the so uh Lemon, said, dude, you down in the chat. Do you want to come up to respond? Right. So he eventually hit the links. He hit the link. And the first thing when he got, he's saying, what he's saying to her, and then he said her name, Jay Dunn's like what is it, government name? And then she was like, oh, you're doxing me. You're doxing me. So I really couldn't hear his read that well because Lemon started talking over him. Uh, I ain't one to gossip, but long ago during the Sir King days, Seven Stars dogged Lemon and allegedly found him canoodling. Shall we get to that, Jessica? We getting to it. We getting to it. I just had to tell y'all this part because I was on the back. I was on the bathroom so long, y'all. That my right leg was going numb. I said, let me get up and go to bed. Eyes burning and everything. But after Jay Dunn said that, I said, bye. So she was doing good, right? So he gets up there and he says her name. Then she went to holler, he doxed me, he doxed me, he doxed me. Then somebody else hit the link and said he didn't dox you because your government name is on your I guess your description in the YouTube things or whatever, right? So Jay Dunn went to reading him down beef sector style, hey Lady Tia, to being a victim, right? So she was like, so with the next time I dox y'all or next time I dox the whole chat, you can't say nothing. Blah blah this and blah blah that. Now why when he hit the link, what she should have done was continue reading him because she read him down. But she didn't keep that energy. As soon as he said her government name, she tried to say that he was doxed her. But then, like I said, the other lady hit the link and said that your name, and I have heard this before when she hollered people trying to dox her, but her name is actually, her government name is actually on her YouTube channel, right? So how are they doxing you when you put your name out there on, in the description or whatever, and on your YouTube channel? Like you can't have it both ways, right? And so she went and played victim. And after that, she started doxing people. I said, well, it's time for me to go. After that, I got up, right? I got up after that because I just was not whatever, right? So, child, I don't know what happened after that. Oh, and before that, Brooke was, giving stats on her, for JJ or whatever. And I'm like, girl, you really ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, but okay, girl, right? And so that was all I heard of that. So this morning, right? So this morning, I heard that Lemon on that same live, which is now gone or privated or something, and I can see why he privated that live. Now I don't think he privated that live because he cammed up or whatever. I think he privated that live because it was off the rails last night. And like I said in the beginning of the video, he don't seem to have no control over his panel. And if you don't have any control over your panel, Lemon, if you're listening, you can lose your channel. Okay? You can lose your channel if you don't have any control over it. You need to set some kind of rules and standards as it pertains. Who got Jessica? Jessica B, you got married. Congratulations. As it pertains to your channel, right? You gotta have some rules, right? And then if you had some rules last night pertaining to what was going on, because it was truly off the rails, that was a really good live, and you wouldn't have had to hide it or whatever, right? He is working on losing. I think I agree with that. Dude, he working on losing his yeah, he working on losing it because it is out of control. Seriously, I'm like, oh my god, right? So anyway, I find out Lemon cams up, right? So he cams up. Now I had seen allegedly a picture of him before. I didn't know if that was him or not, but the picture that I saw from him camming up today, this morning, was the same picture. It was the same face that I had seen previously when they had he allegedly exposed his face, right? So he cams up last night, baby. When I say now, I told y'all, I think it was the last time that he went live or something, like I told y'all that I have a gator, right? And when I hear Lemon, when I hear him, right, and I had seen the picture before, my gator go from 0 to 10, right? So now I heard that he cammed up for a girl, right? Now we know that he has hit on some women, that have hit his channel or whatever. And maybe he not gay. You know what I mean? Maybe he not even bi. Maybe he is what do you call it? Pansexual, right? Maybe I mean I seen him view. I mean he killed. He ain't all that, but I mean, that's just me, right? I don't think no man is all that except for my husband. But who when after he cammed up, the girl started, oh, you look good and all of this and all that. I'm like, girl, you overdoing it. Okay, but anyway, so I seen the cam up thing on Hennywise, right? And so being straight, I don't think he cammed up about that $25. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he went on and cammed up anyway. See, some people are not comfortable, like me, um, speaking on camera with the cam on. That's the only reason why y'all see me. I have been on camera. My picture is out there. My picture is on my main page. I'm not trying to hide myself. There are some videos on my channel with, with me, cammed up talking and stuff, right? I don't feel comfortable talking on camera, being cammed up because I spend too much time looking at myself. It's like I don't know what it is about it, but I spend too much time looking at myself, right? And so it starts being completely about me. I don't know why, but that's how it is. And maybe he don't feel comfortable coming on camera for his own reason, but he did come up, you know. And hey, Brick Girl Haley, and hey, Miss LA. He was pressured by Wu to camp up and Ben's own page. Oh, is that right? Child, for whatever reason, he did the cam up thing. So, child, when he came up and I seen the video, he looks really young, you know. You think you the same way, Sassy? Yeah, I spend too much time looking at myself. I'm not afraid to cam up. It's just not I can't focus on what it is that I need to talk about and look at myself while I'm talking. I can't. It's just like I would be talking to myself in the mirror. Like, why, why? Right, Dominique, he average, in my opinion, But anyway, yeah, I'm just more comfortable with the cam off, Sassy, because I can focus. But if I see myself and it's like I'm talking to myself, I can't hardly explain it, right? And so, okay, lady, chick, yeah, go see it, girl. Go look at Hennywise. Hennywise got the video up, right? So anyway, he did not get doxxed. He cammed up his own self. Now, I don't know if he was pressured by Benz. Yeah, he looks really young. Um, so yeah, in my opinion. But baby, when he cut on that camera and he started doing them poses, I was like, now see, and it looked like he was sucking in his jaws and his. Uh, I was like, okay, maybe he did not. He was not posing like a heterosexual male. Just put it that way. I don't mean no harm. Lemon. I am not trying to dish you. This is just my opinion, right? Sassy said, I'm Sassy leaving again, y'all. And so I was like, oh, okay. So like I told you, I got a gator, all right. And like I said, maybe he ain't gay because he seemed to like girls, and then maybe he like boys too. I don't know. Like I said, when him and Sir King was going at it here a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even last week or whatever, it seemed very personal, right? I feel like Sir King, is part of the multilateral community as well, right? So maybe Lemon, like I said, is not all the way straight. I don't think he all the way straight. Maybe he ain't all the way gay. Maybe he ain't bi. Maybe it's just pansexual. And from what I understand, in the definition of pansexual is you are just attracted who you are attracted to, right? Just whatever it is. If you're attracted to it, you're attracted to it, right? And so maybe that's what he is. I don't know. I don't know. You just saw he was giving what we ladies do on show. Right, right. We bat our eyes and right and give a little lip. Wasn't he giving a little lip? I was like, bye bye. He was giving a little lip, and then the way he was holding his body, the way his arms were situated, and the way he was posing, it was just not giving straight man to me. But that's just my opinion, right? I could be wrong. I ain't trying to put nobody in a box, but these are my opinions and my opinions alone. Right? View said I thought it was a new way to pose. I might try it. Well, girls been posing like that way. View, see, View, you being messy. You being messy. Too much. Say hey too much. He was doing the I am too sexy for YouTube face. He was all right. That time too sexy for YouTube face, child. Ooh, child. But anyway, that's what it was given for me. So that's what I meant by the first part of the video. The limit cams up and confirms my suspicion Because like I say, when I listen to him, and oh, and then I also, when it comes to the Vegas trip they're supposed to be doing, you just felt like he was trying to get a good angle, like yeah, like we all do, like the girls do, and so yeah, that's how I feel about it, right? As a heterosexual woman, I was not impressed. I skip it. You know what I mean? I'm young and I ain't supposed to be impressed anyway, girl. But for all of that posing, I'm like, oh Lord, has he been like for the Tyra on the top? Has he been looking at Tyra Banks videos? And trying to get the perfect pose. I didn't understand exactly what was going on. You know how a lot of guys have that jail pose or whatever, or that very masculine pose. I wasn't seeing it, but that's just me, right? Lemon is by, and he used filters to lighten up his skin. I saw the camera. Oh, is that right? Well, last night it was the camera slip, child. Hey, Black Cheetah. So anyway, that's what I got out of it, right? So anyway, move right along. That's what I got out of the the camera, the him showing himself. And I also thought he looks like a young LL Cool J. Ooh, not to me, Britt girl. No, ma'am, I disagree, but that's just me. Next top model, right? Next top model angle, right? You know. But yeah, female facts too. He's cute, but yeah, a little spicy. Child. So we have a light skin and dark skin limit. Well, that's how they they say Brooke is light on the top and dark on the bottom, but child, it is what it is, child. I don't know. Hey Hudson J, what? And so anyway, y'all, that's what I felt about the limit cam up. And like I said, I also felt like he may have cam up. Maybe he's trying to get comfortable for the impending Vegas trip, right? That's supposed to happen in August, right? And so I'm sure that a couple of women, and hey Hudson J, at least a couple of women down there, and I want to remain anonymous. How you doing? There's nothing wrong with that. Um, hey the hood table, how you doing? So I also feel like maybe trying to get comfortable for the camera because they're going to be doing vlogging. For what I'm understanding, he said he's going to vlog the whole Vegas vacation and all this and all that. And maybe he didn't want to just show up and finally show himself, or whatever. And maybe he wanted to get comfortable in front of the camera for the trip. I don't know, but for whatever reason, he cammed up last night. There's several theories about that. These are just my theories, right? And then my thing is I heard that a couple of the girls that are going on the trip want to share a bed with Lemon, and I'm thinking, well, and we know that he's supposed to be sharing a room with Ness, right? And I'm thinking, well, it don't seem like it don't matter how much you want to share a bed with him. All you gonna be doing when you share a bed with him is sleeping, honey. Okay. Now y'all women don't get down there because y'all see a little testosterone and go crazy and thinking it's gonna be something that it's not, and SA the man. Okay, don't do that. He's a boy, and a lot of y'all are older than him. Leave the boy alone, right? I'm just saying, leave the boy alone. Let him be. Let him find his own way. Don't attack him. Don't SA him. Don't be a diddy. Okay, on the boy. Leave the child alone. All right. I'm just saying, let him do him. Because everybody else seems like they want to do them, right? So anyway, that's what. But we're gonna have to. I hope this Vegas trip does go off because it'll be great content, right? We've been having great content all week. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because it's getting warmer, and people's melanin is being activated. I don't know if it's because we got this extra dose of testosterone over here, and folks is losing their mind. Okay, because too much toxic testosterone mixed with all this extra estrogen that's going on is becoming very entertaining. So the hot Vegas topic changed from Brooke to Lemon. They really advertising this child. What you said? What is up with these women lusting for gas? I don't know, but from what I understand, it's a common practice these days on and offline. I really heard that this a common practice, child. Like I don't know why I don't see it, but you know Yeah, the video is private now, True Black. It was too much going on over there. He was right to private that video because he need to get control of his panel. If you don't get control of his panel, he's gonna lose his channel. And that's just a piece of advice. It's some thirsty women. So it's some thirsty. That's why we're gonna segue into our other commentary. That's the right comment to make so we can segue, right? Bad wigs, bad decisions. You ain't never lied. It's some thirsty women out here, very low vibrational standards. Absolutely low hanging fruit. So let's talk about it, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is let's do the Just Crystal and the what's his name, laundry landlord, the Just Crystal, the landlord, and the Hey Just Comfort Zone. And let's get that out the way because I'm really tired of talking about this because at this point in time it is what it is. Just Crystal, Maya, and landlord, right? So yesterday, the reason why I want to talk about this is because I feel like Just Crystal is just, hey Jace, and she is just lying her tail off, right? And I feel like, and then she said she was trolling, but then she turned around and say she didn't appreciate the women speaking derogatorily about her the way that they were. But my point of that, just Krista, if you put it out there in public, people are going to talk about it, right? And so yesterday, Pizarro had a panel, and from hey Tisa, and from what I understand, before that, y'all feel yeah, y'all know what to do. Please hit the like button. Please share the video, right? And you can give your girl a tip in the tip jar if you like my commentary, right? So anyway, hey Cosmo. So anyway, I'm pretty sure KRN is gonna be fun. I didn't know he was having a Cation. Liz, hey Miss O, coming through to give you a like and some love. Peace to all. Thank you, Liz. Don't forget her favorite words. Chad, we're gonna get to that. I don't know why she keep hollering, I'm 53. I'm 53. So what is that supposed to mean? Is that supposed to forgive your behavior? Your unladylike behavior? I don't get it, right? And so anyway, Pizarro's having a panel, and evidently Lady Snoop had a panel when Crystal was on her, and I think Maya was on her, and maybe the landlord, maybe not, right? So I don't know, right? So it leads over to Pizarro's panel. Now, I understand where Lady Snoop was coming from. Lady Snoop was like, look, I done been through this. I done had my own triangle situation because, Lady Snoop had her own situation, which the beef sector talked about ad nauseum. And even now, it'll still pop up. It was her and, what's that bubblehead girl name? And that old man, her and, mm, 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 uh, Jesus Christ, I can't think of her name. But anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Thank you, Chlorio. Let me put this up here now. Don't let me forget to talk about Brooke, though, right? Yes, please like and share, right? And so let me read this. Honey Smack said, well, yesterday landlord went live on someone named Shakima. I heard that, Shakima child. And landlord said he chooses Maya, not Krista, and proceeded to make Krista look desperate and stupid, like we all were saying. Is that right? Now I heard a little bit about that. And like, what does she expect? And maybe that's why she's lying. Don Cato and misunderstood. Thank you, Honey Smacks. I just saw the picture on Pennywise, Blessed Lemon Sprinkle. Woo! Master Splinter is his name. Searching her. Who is Master Splinter, Chlorio? But anyway, let me stop reading the chat so I can get the commentary out, right? So, and let me drop this link if anybody want to come up and fill me in on something that I didn't see, so I don't have to keep. Hey, Outer Smoke, I like that. So I don't have to keep looking at the chat because y'all know I be missing stuff. But I did see this yesterday. So Lady Snoop gets up there, and evidently she had a live, and they were all on there, right? So Lady Snoop, basically, I'm putting my words, and I'm gonna give because I hate Tracy giving y'all a rundown that she said all this smoke, all this stuff she's saying on here, basically all this smoke that she got on here, she didn't have that smoke yesterday on my channel, right? I mean, when I not yes, the night before, I guess now, when we were talking, right? And Lady Snoop was like, all I asked you to do, you said you had some receipts. All I asked you to do was show the receipts, and you still haven't presented receipts that you said that you were going to present, because she did say that she was going to present some receipts first on Pizarro's. Then she said she gonna do it. Then she said landlord told her to present the receipts on her own channel, right? So from what I understand, unless she did it since I last heard about it, she still has not presented these receipts, from my understanding, right? And so anyway, Lady Snoop got frustrated and they started going back and forth, right? Krista wants the traffic to come to her page for numbers. I mean, and I can see that too. It's a whole lot of things going on with Krista, in my opinion. And one of them probably is traffic to her channel. But moreover, he almost had me grow a chin beard after the way I saw the women losing their minds over that. Who's the weirdo y'all talking about? Who y'all talking about, Hudson J? Anyway, but from what I gather out of it, so she told a whole bunch of lies. She said she was trolling. She said y'all need to get with the program, cause she 53 and she, basically know how to do these, she know how to do this YouTube, thing and all this and all of that, right? And but what I heard was the only thing, and the only person I feel like, and she don't appreciate people talking about it. Oh, is that right, Hudson J? She don't appreciate people talking about it, right? But if you make it public, and from what I understood, she was the one that made it public, right? If you make it public, people got a right to comment on it. If you didn't want people to comment on it, then you shouldn't have made it public, right? And so anyway, she's on there, she trying to save face, in my opinion. And Snoop is telling her, look, lady, I didn't come over here to argue with you. And blah blah this and blah blah that. Now it tripped me out when Snoop kept calling her old, because ain't Snoop in her 40s as well. So I was kind of perplexed by that situation. I didn't get that, but okay, it is what it is. The brain doesn't seem to be functioning properly. You got that right, just comfort, because before you came in, I said we got a lot of disorders flying around in this sector in particular, right? All over YouTube, but in this sector, because I'm talking about this sector, right? You had some good points for both ladies, Lady T and Designs, right? So anyway, they end up getting into it, and it was what it was, right? So Krista is up there trying to act like she was just trolling. She up like she, Ashanti said lemon catfish. That wasn't him. That wasn't, how is it that wasn't him when he turned the camera on? How was that possible? Was it AI? That was him? What you mean? No, if you don't agree with her or not propping her up, she don't want to talk about. Right, right. And she tried to act like, notice he cammed up with someone else's video and didn't talk. I did pay attention. Are you trolling? If you're trolling, it ain't working, because that was him camming up. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to argue about that, because it was him. Okay. So anyway, I know this is a free country and all, but aren't these sites for JC type on what? Aren't there sites for the JC type of thing? Yeah, for what she want to do, yeah, there are sites. She said she was, what she do on her channel, it's kind of risque or whatever, and if the person, I'm just trying to read this, you can put up a cammed up video. I'm not trolling. He says I'm not trolling, Olivia. It wasn't him. Don't let these widows from other sectors play y'all think. Well, Ashanti, I also was looking at what is her name? I was looking at Ronnie Q this morning, and she had a picture of him, and I think it maybe have been a camera slip or something, and that was the same face on that picture as it was that cammed up last night. So I don't know if a narrative is trying to form that wasn't him, but um, you know, yeah, I feel like it was him, but it's just my opinion. But then again, I'm not psychic, but I feel like it was him. I really do. Okay. Well, I'm sure if it's not him, when it comes to the Vegas thing, which I hope to have when he comes up from Vegas, we'll know for sure. But for me right now, that was him. Right? Anyway, moving right along. So, oh, where was I at? So just Krista don't want to listen to nobody at the end of the day, uh except for what's his name, landlord. I keep wanting to call him junkyard landlord, right? So the man, I believe the man when he said he was trolling. I also believe that in addition to trolling, I also believe that he gets on here with these women, and he, that will go for his bull crap. And I think just Krista, because she said she blocked him, then she said she talked to him, and then she said that was after she blocked him and all this and all that. I don't know why she feel like she got to save face when it comes to what's her name, Maya. Because I told y'all the other day that landlord is a much right man, and it seems like when he get on these YouTube streets, he wants attention from these women, and these women don't even live in his area. And all I got to say about that is whether he comes out and visits you or not, um, whoever it is that he got at his house in his hometown, that is his woman, or those are his women. Okay, you guys are just like Airbnbs, right? When he want to come to your town, he got somewhere to stay. That's what I feel about it, right? That's what I feel about it. And I feel like he ain't necessary. I feel like he telling just Crystal, one thing, and she ain't listening to nobody but him. Cause you can't tell her that ain't her baby and that ain't her friend, even though she ain't never met him. Don't know if she ever will. She's making herself look stupid at this point. I don't mean no harm, but you need to have some decorum about yourself, you know. And she keeps saying she 53. If you 53, then you should know to have some decorum about yourself. There is no excuse. I see why Hoochie Mama culture is so popular these days. Because when you got older women presenting themselves in this manner, and I'm quite sure it's just not these two doing this online. That is why that is giving young girls permission to present themselves in this manner also. Whether it seemed like it or not, yes, it is, right? Because I remember a time when morals and principles and dignity used to matter, right? But it seems like they're going by the wayside these days. And you have a right to do what you want to do. You, like you said, you 53. You a grown woman. You do what you want to do. But if you make it public, people got a right to talk about it and give their opinion on how you're acting. And you should not be in your feelings about how you acting. And I heard somebody say, was it Ronnie Q that said she feel like she got a chemical imbalance? Something going on with you, just Krista. I don't mean no harm, cause girl, you acting like you cat piss crazy around here, okay? Cat piss crazy. And yeah, that is your body, and you do with it what you choose. But when you put it, like I say, when it come live, people got a right to talk about it. Some people might agree with it, some people might not. It is what it is, right? So that's all I see. I don't even see what the argument was, And then too, I think you want the attention. At the end of the day, people saying you want people to come to your channel, but I think it's more attention based. You know what I mean? Which makes it great entertainment. You're right. It's good content. I have thoroughly enjoyed the content. Okay. Running around here like, yeah, like you said, like a whole nut job. It's not very flattering. You need to get yourself together, girl. And if you got some medicine, you need to take it. Okay. And if you don't, you need to go get some. All right. And are you, what you can do, since you like to show your body parts, is get you one of them accounts over there at what's that place where the women and the men's get paid for showing themselves and all of this and all that. Someone make a whole lot of money. Entertainments be over there, entertainers be over there, and all this and stuff. Uh oh, what is the name of that website? Oh, child, I can't even think of the name. But one of those pages. She OnlyFans. Thank you. I want to remain tonight. You need to get yourself. Why don't you get yourself an OnlyFans page? Why don't you do that? Since you're so body positive and all of this and all that, get yourself an OnlyFans page, right? Oh, you heard she had an OnlyFans, so she's got one already. Child, okay. She going to drag me? Child, I am undraggable. Okay, I am undragable. It's all right. Thank God I was raised differently, and I am so thankful. My daughters have respect for themselves. I raised them the same way I was. That's right. Absolutely. You have to have some decorum for yourself. You have to have some self-respect. You know, there are younger women over here in their 30s or even in their 20s, even right here. The gag is she has one. Then why she ain't doing all that over there? Well, she can get paid for it. Okay, child. Mm-mm-mm. You're only supposed to post one per week. LOL, I have to go to work. Or y'all talk, or maybe there's something else. But anyway, if you feel like you ain't doing nothing wrong, Krista, then you ain't doing nothing wrong. But don't get sensitive when people have their opinions about what it is, how you look. And you, in my opinion, you and Maya look stupid. This the only person that don't look stupid is landlord, in my opinion. He don't look stupid because y'all are going for it. You, Maya, and whatever else woman. And it's not trolling. You know, he's just, he is on here collecting, and then men know what type of women to go after. And in his mind, y'all making him look good. Cause y'all fighting over a man that neither one of y'all, like I told y'all, he a much right man. And then more than a much right man, is y'all don't even live in his vicinity. So I don't understand what the argument is, right? Say cause Krista can build up numbers on YouTube and transfer the crowd to. Well, okay, good for her. You go, girl. If you got a plan, if you got a master plan, that we ain't seeing, then okay. Hey, Aaliyah NYC, Miss Olivia. I don't know if you remember, but she said I've been saying that the B sector is a giant swingers club. That's what it's starting to look like. All this extra testosterone around here that drove people crazy. Landor doesn't look stupid, but he doesn't look good either. In my opinion, dudes who go after weaker women are not good men. That's right. They know who to choose, right? They know who to choose. He know what he doing. But people are grown, and if these women are willing to go for that stuff, hey NYW, then they just willing to go for it. You know, from my understanding, he said Maya was his woman for 3 years. I heard that in a little while, a little further up, that said he got on somebody named Shakima's channel and said that Maya was his girl or whatever. He was rude and disrespectful, even when choosing the Maya lady last. I can believe that absolutely. Of course, he don't have. Hey, Joy Boynes. Of course, he don't have no respect for these women. That's why he chose to make them look stupid. That's why they just online. Like I said, what's his name? That landlord's his woman is where he live. Okay, his woman is where he can get to her every day. Okay, you women online, y'all just looking stupid. Okay, this just his online playground. Kristen said landlord gives out money. Any promotion is good promotion. Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, then she shouldn't feel a way about women that don't agree with her actions. Now she can say she don't feel a way about it, but yes, she does. She absolutely does. You know, it's all desperate to me listening and making like I'm on. It does seem very desperate. It seems desperate. It seems attention seeking, and when it's all said and done, it seems very unfortunate, in my opinion. He was laughing like it was some big joke. Um, He's presenting like a 15-year-old. Yes, a lot. Now let me tell you something on that before we go to Brooke and her situation, right? Krista has shamed herself, right? She flirted with several men, and was the aggressive one. Wow, know when to stop. If it's not reciprocated, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hypnotic touch is the best. And so anyway, but after all, at the end of the day, only thing landlord probably started seeing Krista on OnlyFans while she was talking to GFTV2. Quantity says GFTV likes phone X. Is that right? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these men, let me tell you something. So it's this girl, before I get to the last one I gotta talk about. It's this girl that plays for the WNBA. Her name is Kennedy something, right? I can't remember her last name. But anyway, they say she made a Twitter post, and the Twitter post said, "Black men are the weakest link," and it's supposed to be on her page. Don't know if that's really her or not, but that's what was on her page, right? And my thing about that is she shouldn't be so she needs to be more particular when she says that, right? Because as a collective, black men are not at the bottom of the weakest link, in my opinion. Because there are a lot of good black men out here, but unfortunately, uh the black men that get highlighted on social media are the ones that are degenerates, right? You got the ones that are very emotional. You got the black woman haters. You got the black men that hate black women because they have allowed themselves to be emasculated via propaganda, okay? And also be emasculated by the system, right? For whatever reason, right? And but I don't think that black men are the weakest link as a collective, right? But you have a lot of black women that have had a lot of bad experiences with black men. But to say that black men are the weakest link as a collective, I don't agree with that, right? I don't agree with that. But you do have a lot of degenerates, like I said, that are highlighted on social media. You know, we got some testosterone that's been on YouTube in particular for decades, decades, trying to, well, not trying to, but disrespecting black women and trying to tarnish the image of black women because they feel intimidated by black women. They want to be, some of them want to be black women. Some of them you know, have allowed themselves, like I said, to be emasculated by what is going on with them in the country. They feel like black women have it easier, which is not true. And they also feel more comfortable taking out on what the system has done to them because they are afraid of the system. They want, I've said this before, they want to take it out on black women. It is not our fault, okay? you know there are a lot of black men, period. They most, not all of them, hang out on social media. Not all of them. I disagree. I absolutely disagree. But like I said, the degenerates on social media, those are the ones that are highlighted. While the black men that are worth something, you back, Sassy, you want to hit the link? The black men that are worth something, they are never highlighted because they're doing what they're supposed to do. They are the head of the household. They are the ones that are taking care of business. They are the ones that don't have time to be on social media all day, every day, gossiping more than women gossip. Okay? Those types of black men don't get highlighted, right? So you stuck with the childish ones and the silly ones and the delusional ones. And especially if you are a younger black woman, you might think that black men are the weakest link. But as a collective, I do not agree with that. I also don't agree with the degenerates online, like the Manosphere type. Black men also allow Hollywood to make the yes wear dresses on red carpets. Right. They have assimilated themselves into what they think the quote unquote superior race wants them to be. Or they emasculated to the point to where they feel that like they don't mind wearing a dress, or they don't mind damping down their masculinity because they don't want to be seen as a threat. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to limit what you take in because it'll alter your perspective. That's right. I don't watch the Manosphere so that I won't see those black men who hate black women. Well, I was over there for a very long time battling them, because I know who I am. It don't matter what you say about me as a black woman. I don't want to hear that stuff because I was raised by a black man. I have a black man as a husband. So when you going on here saying all this and all that, in general, being, is this you, Sassy?
Hey, it's me.
Sassy.
Sorry, I was on mute. It's me.
Okay, hey girl. And so let
Go
me take
ahead.
this out. So I was just talking about that quote that that WNBA player, her name is Kennedy something. She said that black men are the weakest link, and I don't believe as a collective that all black men are the weakest link because you have a lot of non-toxic black men in the world, and I was saying that they don't get highlighted and they are not on social media all day because they are doing what they're supposed to do. I do not agree with that statement, right? But when
Yeah.
you're dealing with certain types of men and certain types of women, and especially these young women. And if she's only met toxically masculine black men, she will feel that way.
Oh
You
yeah, for
know,
sure.
and then I seen a report on GMA this morning that says that when young people are on social media too much, it alters their brain, meaning it alters their train of thought. So if she's a young black woman saying this, if all she's seen on social media predominantly, and maybe she didn't have a strong black role model in her life, she will think that black men are the weakest link. What do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I think that's the same thing as black men. If they are only looking at IG or perhaps looking at,
Hmm.
what their influences in their real life are, they will only look at black women a certain way, you know? So it's all, but that goes for
Hmm.
even if we take the race out of it, that just goes for women and men in general,
In
right?
general,
I
yeah.
mean, I see a lot of white influencers,
Hmm.
talking about, men, men ain't the white men, the white men aren't shit and this
Hmm.
and that. So I think
Hmm.
it's just one of those things. It's harder to get married. It's harder to stay married.
Hmm.
The notion that, the man is there to provide and protect and the woman is there to nurture is kind of, all up in the air, and the women are
Hmm.
having to work just as hard and come home
Hmm.
and double nurture. The men feel like they're not being heard. I just, feel like, the gender wars
Hmm.
are real. Hey, chat, what's up, everybody? I wasn't able to speak to.
I agree with that, Sash. It's very well put, very well said. I absolutely agree with everything you said. But that also is going to allow me. Let me read this first. But it's going to allow me to segue into the whole Brook Triangle, which is what I want to talk about. That whole Just Crystal thing is just gone sour
That's
for
what I was
me.
just about to ask you. I was in a meeting. Here's a troll that was following me. LaFille, you're new. I don't. Are you part of the TMO troll gang? Hey, nice to meet you.
Oh,
Um,
well, look, Phil, just let me say this. Hold up. We love Sassy over here. I love Sassy. We have a lot more in common than Sassy knows. So I get Sassy. I love Sassy over here. We are not disrespectful in my chat. So please do not disrespect the guest host. Please. I don't
that
want to
was a
have
little
a
light. That was I ain't gonna give it to him too. That was a little light. Is it still
Yeah, it
the
was a little
sassy
like,
show?
but still, and it's fine if you want to be in there and say what you want to say, LaFille. But all I'm saying is don't go overboard, because I do, have control over my panel, unlike Lemon. And so, but we just don't want to go too far. That's all I'm saying.
Uh, Not
And there's a
control,
reason
like
why I
my
don't
boy
have,
Lemmy.
and there's also a reason why I don't have, what do you call them, moderators? It's because we are adults and we present ourselves this way over here. We present ourselves as adults. But if Sassy said it's okay for you to give her a little light like that, okay, do you?
They're just fans, darling. It's okay.
And
But what I was gonna say is to my haters, yeah, I
Mhm,
missed the last like 30 minutes because I was in yet another meeting because that's mostly
mhm,
what my job pertains of. So
mhm.
what were you talking about? That's what I was interested. So I when I left, you were just getting on my boy Lemon, my boy
Oh,
Lemon.
I was talking about the fact that he cammed up last night, well earlier in the morning or whatever, right? And Henny Wise, of course, has it on her thing. And so over the course of me listening to you and Ronnie Q this morning, I went over there and took a look at it. And and I also seen where Ronnie Q had a picture where I don't know if it was a camera slip before, but I was saying that it was the same picture. So, and then some people were saying in the chat, that's not Lemon, that wasn't Lemon. I'm thinking, well, if he cammed up, yeah, it's Lemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
it's Lemon.
so I didn't see, it's Lemon, right? So, but what I was saying is, and I know, you cool with him, but I have a gaydar And I just feel like when I heard him, and I hadn't seen him till last night for sure, but after I seen him striking a pose, like he had been to the what's her name, the Tyra Banks School of Posing, right? Puckering his lips and the way his arm was dropping, I feel like, well, maybe Lemon is not all the way gay or not all the way bi. Maybe he's pansexual,
Mm,
because I also heard that he was trying, he be liking girls too, right? So maybe
mhm.
he just like who he like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was just
Yeah,
my theory.
he says he's straight, so I'm not gonna touch his sexuality. But
Right.
I did think that I said on Ronnie Hughes, I think he cammed up for my homie K Fit. I think he was a bit offended by her response,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, I think that's that. But I think very decent looking guy, and that's really what I focused on. Is like, okay,
Yeah,
women, like just
yeah,
showing for all of us other avatars that they like to like run wild and rampant about, us being
uh-huh.
in wheelchairs and us not having a life. It doesn't matter how
Yeah,
much you show these people, they're gonna
yes,
critique it, right? Like I could literally could show you that that I'm traveling and I have a life and a job, and that's not even. Sometimes it's stunting, sometimes it's just about like sharing, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, people are
yeah.
always going to be overly critical. But
That's
yeah, my
true.
back chat, I had to leave them. I literally left them. You know how to say I'm leaving? That's what I say to them, and I left
Yeah,
them because they was kind of hard on Lemon. So I'm
yeah,
assuming this is
yeah.
what he has to look forward to today. But I felt like it was I
Yeah, I
liked
just
I
feel
liked
like
it.
I felt like, like I was saying earlier, and I know you heard that part about when it comes to camming up. I have cammed up. There are people that if you knew, you would think I ain't never cammed up. There are videos on my channel if you scroll all the way down of me camming up. But like I said, I don't like to cam up. Not because how I look or anything like that. It's just when I cam up, I feel like I'm talking to myself and I can't focus. I'm just
I am
focusing
not.
on me.
When you said that, I don't know what it is, but I just know that I'm not very comfortable being on camera. Like I don't even like to be on
Okay.
Zoom at work. Like I literally
Yeah.
have like this moving avatar Zoom and
Yes.
Teams. You can have this moving avatar. Everybody makes fun of me at work because I'm like, I think for me it's my laziness too. Like why would I get
Mhm.
up and put on a bra and do that? Like I do that when I have to, but like everyday
Mhm.
meetings, I don't like that. So I don't know. I think people are
Mhm.
different. Do you think we're scared or like
No, I'm not scared. I just literally can't focus on nothing but me, Sassy. It's like, when you're in the mirror and you're prepping yourself for morning, you combing your hair, you're paying all attention because you're getting your hair right, you're getting your makeup right, or my
yeah.
case, lip gloss right. I'm doing my morning routine. I'm focusing on me, right? I'm focusing on every aspect of my face, getting ready in the morning, and my hair and my clothes. It's all about me. So when
Hmm.
I get on camera, let me tell you this one little thing. During the pandemic, I had got a speeding ticket, right?
Hmm.
And I did not pay this. Now here in Tennessee, if you pay the speeding ticket before you go to court, you do not have to appear in court, right?
Hmm.
It was so much going on that I flat out forgot to pay the speeding ticket. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I was too worried back then about my family, right? People was dying. There was a lot going on. So the court date comes and I had to appear in court on, via camera, right? Because nobody, the courthouse was shut down, like all this and all that, right? So
Hmm.
you was doing it on the Zoom or whatever, right? But the court Zoom thing.
Hmm.
So Chad, I'm on there. And the judge is asking me, did I speed and all this and all. He talking to me. It's real simple. All I need to do is now I got to pay court costs because I didn't pay the ticket ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. And he giving me the rundown. And he kept, calling me by my last name. And he kept calling me by my last name, Sassy, because I was so obsessed with looking at me. I couldn't hardly focus on what the hell he was saying. Like literally. My mind kept going everywhere else. And then every time I go to look at the judge and try to listen, I turn my eye and I see me.
I think it's yeah, comfortability. Like a lot, like the majority of people are chatters and they're not comfortable
Mhm.
clicking links and speaking. Whereas you and I, that's not even a second thought.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then there's, there's a smaller amount of people nowadays. It used to be everybody was on camera, but nowadays, and they're like, oh, I could just talk behind the avatar. So there's even a
Mm-hmm.
smaller amount of people that are very comfortable coming on camera. In fact, the
Mm-hmm.
people who come on camera, it's uncomfortable for them not to come on camera, right?
Yes.
So I think
Yes.
sometimes we miss that. Like there's levels to this game, and so that's
Yes.
why sometimes I get a kick out of the trolls who are like, "Cam up, where are you?" I'm like,
Right. Right.
girl, you
You
don't, we
scared
won't
the
even
cam up.
talk.
Man, child.
You won't even talk, but you're pressuring us.
Right.
It's a very interesting phenomenon,
Right.
But
Yeah, I'm
uh,
glad True Line is on here. True Line said, Miss O, you used to camp up all the time in the car. Yes, I did. I tried it in the car.
hmm
I tried it in the house at first. I felt like, well, let me try it in the car. You know what I
hmm
mean? I did it in the car or whatever. I just, it's just too much. I can't. I'm looking at me. I don't know if it's some obsession about me looking at me. I don't know what it is, but it turned
I
into
don't.
all
Yeah,
about me. I
yeah,
start
I
talking
agree.
about me,
hmm
for whatever reason, whatever. And this team, he said, let's talk about everybody. But it's an excuse to show yourself, right? We get it. BS. I don't even know what that means. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I read that and
basically,
I couldn't make out what it meant.
yeah, I don't know
But you
what.
know who else had a big issue with camera time, and this makes so much sense because she came from radio, was Wendy Williams.
Oh,
When Wendy
yes.
had a gigantic. I know choreo, but they swear I haven't. But that's okay. But
Well, we done seen your picture, Sassy. Just for those of you that didn't, we done seen Sassy's picture on a community wall. Sassy is beautiful.
thank you, girl. But
Period.
it's okay. I mean, even if I were to come on camera, they're gonna, the
Well, that's
ugliest of
just like
bitches
the
are gonna
people
say
that
I'm
say I
ugly.
ain't never cammed up. That they scroll down to the videos from years ago, they'll see me actually talking on camera. It is what it is, but okay. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sassy.
but yeah, Wendy said that she had a big problem. Even as she got very popular in her TV career, and that's why she would
Mm-hmm.
have like Q-tips for for the stuff in your eye corner of your eyes, because she's like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's something there, or this or that, and then when she got the lymphedema, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah,
that
lymphedema.
even, and then the way that she was shaped with being very, very thin with the
Mm-hmm.
large boobs, like she was like it was there was a lot of she didn't call them insecurities though. 'Cause she's like, it's not that I'm insecure about the way I look. She was like, it's just I'm
Right.
always overly critiquing, like, what is this? And this hair is out of place. And it's so I found that
Yeah.
interesting. And that's why she, not that's why, but it made sense to me because she was on radio for so long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does make sense because you start thinking about you.
hmm
You see what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know that about Wendy. I honestly hadn't heard that. I love me some Wendy, right? Shit, I didn't know that about. But Wendy's part of the team, girl. Part of the team. That's part of the reason why I love her. Moving right along.
Love, love, love,
Somebody said,
love.
"Was it? That's a lie. That woman showed herself in the beginning and end of her career." I don't know why
That's
this person.
just so
Uh,
stupid. It's so
you might need
stupid.
to have some. Go get you some coffee, love,
Yeah,
so you can chill. It
it's the
ain't that deep, boo.
stupidest comment ever. Like you
Right.
can't comprehend what the fuck I just said. That's why I just ignore the stupid. They're just stupid bitches.
Yeah, I have to agree. But
Yeah, like what the
Sassy,
fuck?
let me
Anyway,
ask you this since you own that, right? Because I made a video, I think it was last week, and I put your name in the title. You probably didn't see it. And I said, I was, basically asking, why do people want to mute Sassy? Why Sassy? And then it said something like unmute Sassy or something about Sassy. I was like, well, if Sassy is, and I heard you talking about, I think it was, what is her name? She from that other sector. She was saying you doing too much and all of this and all of
well,
that.
yeah. So I was the only reason why I didn't click your link because I was on hiatus. Right, I wanted to at least take a week off, which I did. And
Uh-huh.
people said I'm online 24/7, but no, I'm not. Yesterday I was offline for 12 hours, but
I didn't
nevertheless.
even want you to, but I didn't understand like why you had to be offline. If you don't think you're doing too much, then you ain't doing too much. That was the
No,
purpose of the video.
right. So no, I was messing with Coolant. She wasn't really being, she was kind
Fooling,
of,
that's what that was.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was being facetious, right? She was kind of, it was
Mm-hmm.
half and half, right? One of my mods, Cassie U, was like, see, Brianna, this was Sassy been doing because I was acting a fool up there on the panel. So they were just
Mm-hmm.
kind of jokingly and being facetious. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it was end of the month. End of the month is always stressful for me at
Mm-hmm.
work. what else happened? Oh, I had just come off a lot of, a lot of travel. I think I did like 4 cities in 6 weeks. Then it
Oh,
was Mother's
man.
Day was in between that and Memorial Day, right? So this is
Mhm.
all the May activity, and I was hitting a lot of links during all of that extra activity that was going on in my real life. So for
Mhm.
me, it was just about, okay, it's just time to, to
Mhm.
okay. Take a hiatus, right? And then
Mhm.
I wanted to take 2 weeks, but I took like 6 days, and then the Brooke and Malik story and the pill story broke, so I had to
Mhm.
come back out. I mean, I had to come back out. My hands were
Yeah.
tied,
That's what I want
but
to ask you about right there. We keep getting sidetracked, but let me read and we go because I don't know how much time you got, but I really want your input on the Brooke and Pills and what's the husband name Malik story. But just let me read this real fast. So Brick Girl said, he said he's straight, and so I go by that. I think it's a shame to put jackets on people. Doesn't really matter. If you know, it doesn't matter if he is or not to me. I'm not necessarily trying to put a jacket on him. This is commentary. And like I said, everybody has the right to their own opinion. And if you make it public, I'm going to talk about it, right? And by the fact that he is a channel holder, this is my opinion. But I'm not trying to put a jacket on anybody. It just is what it is. I don't care. It's my opinion. If you want to call it a jacket, okay, but it's not meant to be a jacket. And no, it doesn't matter whether he is or not to me. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just commentary. It's just content for me. Everybody know I do my commentary. Some might like it, some may not. Sometimes it go in your favor, sometimes it don't. And it's really not for him or against him when it comes to his sexuality. It's just simply my commentary. It ain't that deep. Not for me. This is running away from Brooke and Malik story. Brooke only goes on this channel for a reason. Now the story is lemon. I don't know what that means, but anyway, let's talk about this, right?
mhm.
Okay. Here's the thing. Now I have heard the Brooke and Malik story, but Brooke, Malik, and the Pillsbury Doughboy story, right? So people were saying that it was a play, right? People were saying that Brooke told Malik. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that been said, but I'm saying this for a reason, right? So one narrative was that Brooke and told Malik that, hey, I'm gonna go on this dating show on this, uh, and this, that, and the other. And he was cool with it at first, right? So I heard that narrative. Then I heard, well, then I seen Brooke and Ness get into it, where Brooke was really, I mean, like she was really, really crying and she was really emotional. And then then Ness faked to cry. And I think that may have been why some people were saying all of it was a play. But I think that Brooke was emotional for a reason. I don't think that was fake. Um, I think that she got overly emotional because I feel now. See, here's the thing, too, Sassy. I want to ask you if you agree with this or not, right? My thing is when it comes to Brooke and her husband, right? She said soon to be her ex-husband, right? When it comes to Brooke and her husband, do you think that it is a good idea for a husband and wife to have the same hobby? And by that same hobby, I mean YouTube.
Listen, I no, I don't. Well, listen, there's always outliers, right?
Mhm.
I have experience in this, so I'm speaking from experience.
Right.
I definitely in the future, I would not want if I have a current or if it's
Mhm.
future, either way, I do not want
Mhm.
them to be a part of the beef sector. No, because
Mhm.
it's issues.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter how mature you think people are. I
Mhm.
just no. And quite honestly, I don't think an outside man, meaning like somebody who's never been a part of social media to this degree, is going to
Mhm.
get sucked into the beef sector to the other degree.
Mhm.
Malik was already on social media.
Right. That's what I
So
mean. That's what I meant by, do you think it's a good idea for both of them to be
I
so into social media.
I can understand how it could start out, right? I can understand how
Mhm,
it could start out as like, okay, why would this be a bad thing? You know?
mhm, mhm,
But the deeper that you get into it, and then you
mhm,
understand how much time you're spending with these people, that's why I started calling people my cousins, because
mhm,
I was like, oh, this is like literally like a little dysfunctional family, and everybody has different degrees of kinship to each other. You know what I mean?
mhm, mhm,
And so that's how I likened it. And it really is like a community. There's probably there's judges, there's people, there's janitors, there's what I'm
mhm,
saying. There's people who work
mhm,
for human resources. There is
mhm,
social services. There's people who need social services. Like it's
mhm,
literally a full community to me.
mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see in the beginning of that people, it's especially where they started. I'm assuming they either started in the R. Kelly sector or the Kanika Jenkins sector. So that was about real life stuff that was going on. So both of them could
Mhm,
have just legitimately been intrigued. You know what I mean?
mhm,
By that
mhm.
story and by the storylines that everybody else was, that came after those two big stories.
Uh-huh.
But as time goes on, I think that now it is my position that it's inevitable. I don't care who you are, how mature you think you want to be. I think it's inevitable that it's going to cause issues in your relationship. That's just
I,
what I think.
well, that now let me give you my take on it. My take on it is, and I've said this before, but my husband is not interested in social media. He don't even like the text message, right? But I am. We are people, as they say, of a certain age, right? So when social media, I'm sorry, first started popping, it was Facebook for me, right? That's how I found, what was going on YouTube, but it was from Facebook. So, but my husband never had the time to do social media, like that wasn't his thing, right? So that became my hobby, you know what I mean? And he has his hobbies, but when it comes to a marriage, and the reason why I'm asking this is because Brooke and what is his name, Malik, are married, right? I don't think it's a good idea for married couples to have the same hobby. Meaning, I don't think it's a good idea, especially for them to come on YouTube, in particular in these sectors, and pronounce that they are married, because things happen. There are very messy people, and they want to see the drama between the couple, right? So if I can't imagine my husband being on social media with me. Now he wouldn't. Do you see what I'm saying? But I can't imagine it, because to me it would mean that that's a whole other level of a bone of contention. And relationships, especially marriages, already have enough bones of contention, right? So I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know why both of them are on social media. I kind of think, fast forward, I think both of them are seeking some kind of attention or validation. And the reason why I said that, is because I remember, and a lot of people were on Malik's side, and they were not on um uh Brooks side, right? For
Hmm.
whatever reason. But I remember when Malik was getting attention from, what was her name, Pretty Chocolate Girl or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And can you imagine what that will feel like, you watching this on social media, and that's your husband?
Yeah,
I would have to kick him
I
with
don't have
that.
to imagine it. I mean, I don't have to imagine it. People have told me that they could, people have fallen out with me because of
Right.
Langston. Women have told me that they can fuck him. The other day,
Ooh,
Uppity said her pussy got wet. So I don't even have to imagine it. It
ooh.
it, it happens.
It would be a problem, right? It would be a
Mm-hmm.
problem for me. I am very
Mm-hmm.
territorial.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why I cannot imagine my husband in an alternate lifestyle being on social media. It will be a problem. Somebody would get hurt, and that somebody would not be me. And I'm talking about physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But but anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, they've been together for so long, 16 years. So that happened. Malik did that for whatever reason. I think that is a sign of insecurity. I think that is him not appreciating his wife at that point in time. I'm thinking that is, he's a big boy. Maybe he needed some type of validation. I don't know what he was thinking when all of that was going on. Did he even care? had made his wife look. I don't think it did. He curried at the time, and I have learned from, and it's been plenty marriages broken up, like on Facebook, right? At the
Hmm.
time when I was on Facebook, that's one reason why I used to call Facebook the devil. When I was on there, I have seen relationships be dissipated because the man on Facebook and he talking to some
Hmm.
long lost girlfriend
Hmm.
he had closure with, and he married, and so his whole
Did you
man
get a
he
phone call?
called me on the phone. Let me
Okay,
go on and
there you
talk,
go. You
baby. Let me
can you?
come back in, but please talk for a minute if you don't mind.
Okay, no worries. Welcome everybody coming in. We are just recapping the Brooke and Malik situation, and then Miss O just talked about Lemon camming up last night. Dominique says, "Sassy, you have a whole stalker behind several. It's weird."
Oh, can you hear me now,
Uh-huh.
Sassy?
We hear you real
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I got a phone call. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to leave in a little while. But anyway, uh, the reason why I say all that is because you can tell that, in my opinion, that Brooke and Malik have a toxic relationship. And she said, did she say they was together for 14 years or whatever?
Let me address your temporary mod Choreo before she gets upset. Choreo, I think of you as a first cousin, darling. Go ahead, Miss O, because if I didn't say that, it's gonna be hell of pay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
And anyway,
Did she say what?
so, huh?
Did she say what was your question? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, what a question. I was just saying, I was just gonna give my assessment of what I feel like is going on, right?
Oh, okay.
So when that happened with Malik, now I don't know if she had talked to any guys before uh this stuff, and I don't know if he had talked to any other women, but it seems like there's not a lot of trust in the marriage, right? And when you lose trust in a marriage or even in a relationship, you're going to start to have problems, right? So people were saying that, because they're supposedly getting a divorce, and that maybe they outgrown each other, maybe she just don't want him no more for whatever reason, and all of this and all that, right? I think that the number one problem, you can't be in a marriage for 14 years, and it just be as simple as that, right? And so I felt like that, in my opinion, that at the start of it, Malik, I felt like what is her name? Brooke told Malik that, hey, I'm going to go on this dating show, for my girl, try to build her channel up and all this and all that. And he was like, cool. He ain't had no problem with it. But I think at some point when Brooke started, it seemed like she really started fancying the Pillsbury guy, and he started feeling the way about it for real, right? And so I felt like he started feeling the way about it for real, is because it seemed to me like Brooke was taking an actual interest in this guy. And the reason why he was feeling the way about it, because he started feeling insecure. But my thing is, how do you think she felt when you was online on with the pretty sassy girls? Too?
Not sassy. Pretty
I mean,
chocolate
I mean,
girl.
I'm sorry, the pretty chocolate girls. I'm sorry, the pretty chocolate girls.
That nigga
How
went
do you
online with
feel?
me.
Oh, no,
Right.
no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm sorry. Right.
It
So
ain't never no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
that's true. I agree. And the grass ain't
Shit.
never green on the other side, Brooke. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, girl. So he felt the way, and he started saying he pimped he pay all the bills, and he takes care of this woman and all this and all that. Then you hear her saying, by the time I get to Vegas, the divorce paper is gonna be signed. And but God, what made me feel like they need to go to counseling instead of divorce court is because she got very emotional, that like with Brooke, when she asked her if she wanted, and Brooke, I mean, not Brooke, but went up with Ness, and Brooke didn't even let the guy come on the panel, but she lost it. I still to this day don't even know why she lost it. So my question to you is, Sassy, what made her lose it just by Brooke asking her if Malik can hit the link?
By Ness asking her if
Yeah.
so. This is a total guess, right? We're just pontificating. But
Hmm.
if if I had to guess, I would. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like ignore this shit. If I had to
Yeah, I
guess,
see it down there.
yeah.
But LaField, calm down. We trying to talk. Now you say you got free speech, and why can't you have free speech? You're doing a lot. Now, clearly you are new to my channel, and we act like adults over here, and you doing the most right now. Love, calm down. Anyway, go ahead, Sassy.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. The question again is why would,
Why do you feel like she got so emotional by
yeah,
Brooke asking if Malik could hit the link, and she did not? He did not hit the link, at least not at that time. Why do you think she got so emotional by just
by
simply
Ness
by
asking?
just asking? Yeah.
Well, I think it was what, like, again, this is a total guess, but if it were me, and I had been in that type of situation, I don't know, I can't even put myself in that situation because I wouldn't have done all that, the dating show. I guess to me, it was about, like, it seemed like to me like we already discussed this. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like,
right.
what are you trying to say? What are you
Right.
doing? Like, no, you can't come up here and say nothing. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
getting a divorce. I'm
Mm-hmm.
moved on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just like the reason why I say this, because when the baby thing came out and he said, I'm glad I only had to raise four boys.
Right.
Her response, or one of her responses was, all you had to do was shut your mouth.
Oh, is that what she said?
Something to that degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me feel like her energy was like, you know how you just get pissed off so fast because you're just like, damn, what are you doing? We already talked about this. And
Right.
then Ness, you are actually thinking about letting him up. But I
Mm-hmm.
was on Team Ness. I was like, first of all, girl, you put your relationship out here, okay?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
second of all, I mean, bitch, this is big T. Like, I mean,
I mean, I would have honestly, Sassy, can I just stop you right there? When I say if I were Ness, I would have let him hit the link. I don't mean no harm, but
I
I
would
would
have
have let
dropped
him hit the
I
link.
would have dropped everybody but Brooke, and me and Brooke and Malik would have had a whole
Me too.
conversation.
I'm not gonna lie. This is YouTube. This is hot tea. I would have let the man hit the link, and she could have did all that hollering back her and Malik, in real time on my channel. Cause
That's
I
it.
got this Thunderdome stuff, right? So it ain't out of my system. I just don't do it no more. Cause it's crazy.
I
But
mean, listen,
baby,
you
when I say I
cannot
would have
be,
let Malik hit that link, child.
period. You can't be dangling the carrot of you literally went through the emotions of having a whole show, and you didn't
Man.
even just keep it cute at the show, which was already,
Mm,
Brooke. I already told you, like, girl, that was too much for me, you know. And
yeah.
then you started talking about what you were going to do with pills sexually. Girl, it's
The
up and it's
leg in the
stuck.
V, was she the one that said the leg in the V, or was it Krista?
No, Brooke was talking about her sexual, soon to be sexual escapades with pills.
Yeah, I know. I just Was she the one that said her legs was
I
gonna
don't
be in the V,
remember the
or was it
V,
Krista?
if that was Brooke or Krista, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just talking
Right.
about your, it wasn't like I said, Brooke, you didn't. I like to talk to people, so sometimes I just, even if they're here, I'm like, Brooke,
Mm.
you didn't even, like, I'm saying that the dating show was already a lot. Then you didn't
Yeah.
even keep it cute to where you were like, oh, we were just kidding around. It was just something to do. No, you said we exchanged numbers. We've been talking behind the scenes. I'm gonna definitely see him. He's talking about you're gonna meet his parents. So of course Malik is
Right.
irritated. But the
Yeah.
whole gag of it is that had Ness let him up, we probably wouldn't be talking about this because it would have got squashed that night.
It would have got squashed that night, precisely. And I really feel, because I think that Malik, I think that he did know about the dating show. I don't know how she, told it to him. I don't know how she, she played. I think she downplayed it to Malik, right? But he started seeing all of this extra stuff that she was saying about, we got divorce papers gonna be signed by the time I go to Vegas, and we're gonna do this, that, and the other, and Pills gonna do this, that, and the other. And it seemed like Pills was, was really, or is, or was really feeling her, like, for real. And I think it really made Malik feel away. But I also want to say that, Malik, if you listening, and somebody let him know about this part right here, if you make your woman feel like she is not, like you are not paying attention to her, now some men tend to take their women for granted. You can lose her, right? and then you done did all this stuff yourself online. Yes, you done did some stuff online too, but how do you think that make her feel? It make her feel the same way it make you feel. So you can't make your woman feel devalued, even if you is quote unquote taking care of the home. In your words,
Mm.
okay? You cannot show. It takes more than taking care of the home. You have to take care of your woman too. You have to woo your woman. You like she feeling like clearly you ain't making her feel, like she's sexy, like she worthy, like y'all going. It can be mundane to go through the day and day. Y'all been together so long. I get that. But one thing my husband makes me feel always is that I am beautiful, and that he does little things, to let me know that he cared, little
I think that,
spontaneous
and we,
things. It
because
don't
that
have to be expensive
what
things.
what you just what you
Go
just
ahead.
said was such a word. And if I meet men who think like I'm paying the bills, what the fuck else you want? And I'm like, well, you
Right,
you paid the bills when you were raising your children too. Did they need anything else from you? Or was it
right,
just okay? Did it just suffice that they had a roof over their head? Did they
right,
not need to be nurtured? Did they not need to be known that they were beautiful or that they were
right,
handsome, that they were
right.
strong, that they were smart? Like these are
Exactly.
just human things, right? So
Yeah,
people who only have one way of thinking about something is
yes.
it's very interesting. And then also, I'm sorry to be ugly, Malik, but like is is she living some fabulous life? I mean, is that ugly? But I'm like the men who be
I
like,
don't, I don't, I don't think it's a fabulous life, and I think,
okay,
and you don't have to be rich, to
you
have a
don't have to be
fabulous
rich,
life.
but
I'm
you.
just let me finish. You
I'm
have
sorry.
to, but what I mean by a fabulous life is priceless, right? Love and attention, trust and respect and admiration and reciprocity. When it comes to a marriage, those things are priceless, right? And so, and what you're saying about they may not have been raised up by seeing it, but part of me knowing my words is because my dad showed that type of attention towards my mom. Did they get into it every once in a while? Yeah, they try to do it behind closed doors, but I still heard the drama and it made me nervous. And my daddy would always come back and talk to me. My father spent time, for me, letting me know my worth. Do you see what I'm saying? As did my mom. I saw that, and so that is what I expect. Even if I had not seen that, and I would still hope that I would still know my worth, and I would want a man to let me know that he does care, even if it's the day, and the life can be hard, but you can show me that you value me because I value you. That's called reciprocity. I value you, you value me. You just can't assume just because you paying the bills, that's me knowing I'm reading your mind to know that you value me. And do you value me or are you just taking me for granted? That's why I don't understand why everybody is on Malik's side, when it comes to this situation. Now, for
I,
me, if I was Brooke and I was in this, never would I ever disrespect, even though me and my husband got like he does woodwork, right?
mhm,
That is his thing, right? I would not ever go out there and try to do woodwork. I might get my hand chopped off, right?
mhm.
But he does not do social media. It's my thing, right? And but in the midst of all that, I don't think it's a good idea for couples to marriages to be on social media together because these things can happen, you know. And it seems like Brooke cares about Malik, even though she might feel like he don't pay her enough attention or whatever. And clearly Malik cares something about his wife because he started feeling the way about how she was feeling about pills. Now you can grow apart and you can lose a good thing by you thinking I'm being a man by paying the bills, but I don't have to tell her I love her. She should already know that because I'm paying the bills. No, it take more than that.
I had somebody tell me that, like, why do I have to tell you pretty? You already know that. And I was like flabbergasted, like, is this motherfucker serious?
Right. We are women. My husband tell me I'm beautiful all the time, even when, honey, I am not looking my best. Do you hear me? But what he means by hey beautiful is on the inside and for all the trials and tribulations that we have gone through. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what he mean by that. Or he might bring me Like when he go out to play poker, like I said, we got a lot of things that we do apart. He might spend I spend night with the girl. I go out with the girls sometime. He go play poker with the guys, whatever. But his our routine has been for years. He always bring me a fish sandwich home. Because from the fish sandwich place that is open, late at night after the club, right? And if I go out with the girls and he at home, I always bring him a sandwich back. That's kind of like a routine. It's to show that we care and
I love
respect.
that.
And no matter if we don't have to be together 24 hours a day for us to have trust.
I love
Because
that.
without
Oh, bring
trust
me a
and
fish sandwich.
respect, I can't function. I'm not going to be able to abide by that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I mean, I don't, for me, it's a little uncomfortable to talk about, what is exactly going on in their relationship because we just
Yeah.
don't know. But I think as far as from
Right.
what we saw, I think
Right.
the reason why people are probably, it appears that people are team Malik on this one, this
Yeah.
incident, right? Is
Right.
because in this incident, we can see that we did not, care for the way that Brooke was handling the breakup
Right.
and the subsequent behavior with the dating show, and then the subsequent behavior of talking about
Right.
sexual activities.
Well, see, that's what I mean by they clearly have no trust or respect for one another. Because why would you present yourself that way as a married woman? Now I understand that. Now I understand. I get that aspect of it because she's out of order when it comes. You are not even divorced yet, and even if you weren't even married, why would you? Same thing about Just Crystal. Why would present yourself in that manner? It seems like we have a lot of that going on social media when it comes to women. Like, was you raised by chicken heads? Like, I don't even know, you know, in my opinion, why do you not value yourself? This is what I'm thinking. It
Did you
is
just
what it
ask them
is.
if their mama was a chicken head?
Yes, yes,
Bok
yes, I
bok,
did. Because what?
chicken
Chicken head.
head, bok
Yeah.
bok, chicken head.
Yeah, I see a lot of that going on. It's making a lot of, and it's validating a lot of the stuff that these young girls are doing on social media, like on Instagram, exposing themselves and wanting to whore themselves out on OnlyFans and all this and all that. And the entertainment, they see the entertainment girls like Cardi B and all them doing whatever, and they don't understand that that's entertainment, and they may not present themselves like that. Not Cardi B, but because we know what she used to do. But maybe Megan Thee Stallion, maybe she ain't that girl behind the scenes. Maybe
Well,
she is. I don't know. But by promoting that type of behavior, and these girls role models. See, back in the day when I was young, Sassy, but you was probably wasn't even thought of that. But when I was young back in the day, my role models were the women in the neighborhood, and my grandmama and my mamas and my aunties. And they presented themselves with dignity and self-respect. Do you see what I'm saying? And they demanded that of us because, like I said, I live in a small town, honey. If you breathe the wrong way, it's gonna disrespect your family, and you didn't want to dishonor your family and be a loose woman. Do you see what I'm saying? So when
yeah,
I'm talking from my experience. Do you see what I'm saying?
right, of
So
course. Of course, that's
yeah,
really the only thing that we can do. But I do think
right,
that social media has played a gigantic role in the last 10
yes,
years, and then
absolutely.
definitely the last 5 years with COVID. I
Hmm.
think it really, really put did a number on a lot of us, right?
Yes, yes.
And I think like if you take their marriage or they've been together for 16 years,
Hmm.
that's that's well beyond the 7 year itch. So we can we
Right.
know things get complacent.
That's what I
you
mean.
know
Yes.
you're looking
Hmm.
for some things to kind of rev things up a bit.
That's
I
why you
do
have to
think.
nurture. You have to nurture your relationship. That's what I've been married for going on 30 years now. We're almost to the 30-year mark, right?
Mhm.
But the one, and I don't know if it's because we never had kids, but there's always been kids in our home, so I really can't put that on that. But for whatever reason, we've always nurtured the relationship, and we've also been through couple therapies. I've said this a lot, more than once, and them times have been because of me. Okay, them times have been, and my husband didn't never give up. But them times have been, and I'm not saying he perfect because he not. I'm not even. I'm saying that if he ever fooled around or anything like that, I didn't ever find out about it. We
Mm,
living in a small town, so either he can cover himself real good, or he just ain't never done it. I don't know. Whatever it is, I ain't super plus, right? Especially when I can get in my way. Cause what's that song Monica used to sing back in the day? Just one of them things, just one of them things.
mhm,
About when I want to be all alone, don't got a feeling, don't want to take it out on you, don't take it personal, right? Don't take it personal. That's the name of
mhm.
it, right? That was me back then a lot. It is me now. But we have had to learn is when it's one of them days, we are just gonna do us, right? Don't be in my face. Don't take it personal. It's one of them days. Okay?
Mhm.
And my husband have them days too, but we know what to do now. But at first, about a 16 year, and she said they've been together for 16 years, right? In every relationship, especially every marriages, they got their little intricate toxicities, right? Now in my marriage in particular, because I'm talking about me, I am very toxic. Okay? I am very toxic because I get in my moods. And sometimes I am here with everybody and sometimes I am not. But when on the times or the days that I'm not here with everybody, I don't even come online. And I stay in my lane. I go off to my place and I am there until I can come back to folks, right? And part of the reason why we went to council back in the day is because I lost a whole lot of my elders, all of them, in a short period of time. And because I did that, I wanted to push everybody away. And in the midst of me losing my elders and my family, which were my foundation, do you see what I'm saying? I also started losing babies.
Mm.
So it was a lot going on, but
It's a lot.
I tried to push my best. You hear me? I tried my best to push my husband away, and he just was not freaking going. Okay, not
Mhm.
even had to come to terms with that. He said he wasn't going nowhere. I said, okay, I'll go somewhere. I'll go somewhere. A day or two later, he'll track me down, and he right there too, even if he in the car. He just would not freaking let it go. Okay. And so, but we went to therapy. First, we went to therapy at the church with the pastor. That kind of didn't work. He was spitting too much Bible at me, right? And then we went to a therapist, and that worked. Cause the
Right.
therapist wasn't holding no punches with me like the
Mhm.
pastor was. The therapist wasn't holding no punches with neither one of us, right? He was telling him, okay, if you know that she needs some space, you need to give it to her.
Mhm.
And he was telling me, like, basically, I'm breaking it down. When you get in your moves, you need to go on and be by yourself because you are trying to blow things up. You are trying to be your own worst enemy. And this man clearly loves you. Y'all clearly love each other. Why you keep trying to push him away? Right.
Mhm.
And so I
Sabotaging.
got that. I needed to hear that because all my elders was gone. My
Mhm.
foundation was gone. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
my mama was the last one to go, and she was always the one telling me the stuff that the therapist was telling me, and I didn't even have her to talk to anymore. So,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it to say I done went through my levels of toxicity too. But getting back to and I didn't even mean to, but I'm just saying it to say that ain't nobody's marriage perfect. When
Right.
you come to a marriage or any type of relationship, it is not a Disney fairy tale. Okay, that is a lie. If anybody get on here and they say they got the perfect marriage and they live happily ever after, no, the hell you don't. Okay,
Yeah. And
and
so,
that's
with
just
that being
I'm just
said,
keeping
that's
it
why
going.
it really should be like nurtured and treasured and superbly
Yes,
valued. And that's
yes,
why you're saying, like, if you are like, if you that's how I feel about
yeah,
like future situations or current situations, I should say, is like
yeah,
I value this too much to
right.
allow this to happen, right?
Yes, the
But
disrespect of the relationship.
yeah, but what I'm saying about social media now, but I
Yeah,
don't think people realize it until
mm-hmm,
it's too late for that
yeah,
particular relationship, right? So
I
I don't, and
agree.
I don't, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this social media has been an issue, which Brooke, I actually, you said it a year ago. You said Malik wants me to leave social media. And then the next
Mm,
day you couldn't leave, and then you said, "Oh well, he just he didn't say I had to leave. He just says I don't have to be
mm,
screaming and yelling." Well, a year has passed, and now we're in a worse or deeper situation. So
right.
I think it's very odd phenomenon, but I think that people are are allowing social media to kind of break down their relationships, which is it's that's a new thing, because how are they
Yeah.
supposed to know? And I see people
Right.
saying, oh, my man would never be on here. Okay, cool, that's cool, but
Right.
that's good. Okay, then we're not talking about you. We're talking about, like I said, Malik and Brooke have been on social media together for a long time. They were in
Yeah.
other sectors together.
Yeah.
Brooke dated someone who's now she's calling her best friend,
Mm.
who was a very not very, but he was a prominent guy in the R. Kelly sector. So
Wait,
this is
what? Hold up. Wait a
oh
minute. I'm sorry. Did you say she dated somebody that was now she calling him the best friend and they was in the R. Kelly sector? Is this why she was married to Malik?
I don't know, girl. I don't
Oh
know the
wow.
particulars. I do know that that's what she said,
Oh
that
wow.
guy, and he was in Nessa's chat. Like, you could tell they had talked, and he wanted to be in Nessa's chat to to support her or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, chat. Am I wrong, Tia? Didn't she say that they married, that her and that guy dated, and now they're? I know they say that they're best friends now, but
Mhm.
I'm right that they said they dated, right, y'all?
Oh wow.
Okay, but so my point is in saying that is just to say that they have been in this social media game
Hmm.
for a long time. I got to take this call. I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay. But yeah, yeah, I said, and I agree with Sassy. I don't think that social media is a place, for if you are in a relationship. There are too many temptations when it comes to some people, including there are too many temptations on social media when it comes to Malik and Brooke. I think that for whatever reason, uh, it seemed like both of them to me is clinging to this toxic relationship. Because if they weren't clinging to it, well, Brooke wouldn't have got so emotional when Ness wanted to, asked if he could come on her panel, and I don't think Malik would have started feeling the way when he started, feeling that Brooke was really, really feeling the Pillsbury guy. So I really don't think it's even about the Pillsbury guy at all. In my opinion, it's about Brooke and Malik because they're the ones that have the marriage. Now I don't even know if it's true that they are getting a divorce because the man said he's still paying the bills, right? And so I think that they are in the midst of a toxic relationship, and that's unfortunate. But you can go to therapy for it. You know what I mean? And there's temptation everywhere, especially if you got some kind of self confidence issue or insecurity issue. And when it comes to Brooke and Malik, I think they both have some kind of insecurity issues. You know. Now I think it boosted Brooke's ego a lot because these two guys were arguing about her, right? So you got one that say he paying the bills, and you got one, that's really he think he feeling her on social media. He ain't never met her in person yet. But as for right now, they goo-gooing and guying over each other. That's fueling Brooke because he's paying attention to her. He's giving her what she want, which is validation as a woman. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to Malik, I think that he know he effing up because he probably ain't been doing the right thing for a long time. They probably, it seemed like they playing the game of get back. You
Mhm.
fool around on me, I fool around on you. We playing and we still fooling around in the middle because we don't really want to let each other go. But after the trust is gone, I don't even know whatever else there is. Like honestly, what do you think, Olivia, about Brooke being allowed to date women inside of her? Like I said, that's so disrespectful to me. And as a woman, you should not be dating or being interested in anybody, man or woman, when it comes to your marriage. You do not value your marriage, and that is beyond me because they have children. There you
I don't
go.
have, I'll just say I don't have an issue with it. It's not my lifestyle, it's not for me, but I don't
Yeah,
have an issue with it as long as it is respectful. I do not think that that was something that we needed to know,
yeah,
unless you
yes,
were soliciting yourself, even,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I just think that, I was saying this on Ronnie Q that at some point I was that's like the what's that religious group? When I start looking at watching documentaries, I get on a genre, and I was on religious cults for a long time,
Ooh, child,
and
me too.
yeah, and then I was on polygamy, polyamory,
Yeah,
all of that for a long time. So it was actually pretty good for me because I was like, oh, okay, some of these people have a lot of respect in their matrimony. It's just that
yeah.
they
The
don't believe in
sister
monogamy.
wives and all that stuff, they have a system, but that ain't what's going on with
That's not what's going on,
religion.
right? That's
Yeah,
different, right? But I'm just saying,
yeah, that's
even the
not.
ones the polyamory, right? There are some polyamory
Hmm.
situations
Yeah, even
where
that. Yeah,
it appears that there's a lot of respect going on, that it's not willy nilly. These are just
yeah,
people who are
yeah.
sexually, they're
They are
explicit.
faithful. Well, see, here's the foundation. That's why going back to the foundation, Brooke, there is even respect and trust in those types of relationships. You
Absolutely,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That
It's
and that's what
still
I was saying.
respect and trust. Yeah.
That's what I was saying on Ronnie Q. Like, like if you want to
Hmm.
go to the sister wives, it's no like they have, oh, you're going out on a date with a new potential wife, then there's no
Hmm.
sex and there's no this, and you need to be to home by this. It's not willy-nilly, just
No, it's
everybody's
not.
just
Yeah.
out. So
Hmm.
having said that, I just want to say I don't have a issue with people who want to, practice other lifestyles. I think that's their
Oh,
right,
no.
right?
Mm-mm,
But
no, me either. Mm-mm.
the respect part of it, it seems like it really,
Yes.
really needs to be just a really, really deep foundation. But that goes
Yes.
for heterosexual relationships. If
Yes.
there's a
It definitely does.
I mean, not to say theirs isn't, but you know what I mean. But a
Hmm.
heterosexual relationship, if you're online, you
Hmm.
cannot be giving these people an inch, an
Hmm.
iota of anything to run with. You
Yeah,
just can't.
nothing. You cannot.
Nothing.
You cannot. Because we are all human. And the things that people say, they are going to on purpose try to split you guys up, right? Even if, even if they will, we know we got a lot of bone carriers, we got a lot of lie roasters, and what if it's just that day that you hear a lie, but but in your mind, but hey, this might have happened for real. That's going to sow discord in your relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it is we are all human, right?
And the
And
whole thing about like, and I don't know if people are doing this in real life. I guess they are, but the whole thing of like, well, that's I can't have no friends just because I'm in a relationship. Nigga, no, the fuck you can't.
not like that.
Not
No, you
like
cannot.
unless you did you come in this bitch with this bitch?
Thank
Like,
you.
what are you talking about? What are y'all talking behind the scenes for? Emailing
Yeah,
each other and
right.
chatting on IG and
Hmm.
clicking links of bitches you don't even know in real life. No, motherfucker,
Right.
you can't.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
But
mm-mm,
then you
mm-mm.
start getting into this whole now, just like you said, say nobody ever says anything.
Mhm,
Now we in a whole situation because now one person thinks the other person is trying to control them when really
mhm,
they're saying this is not a good fucking look.
mhm,
But
mhm.
guess
It's not a
what?
good
Those
look.
same boundaries should be on your homegirls too. This is
Right.
not a fucking good
Mm-mm.
look. But
And
the
that's what I mean
amount,
about the disrespect. That you are disrespecting me, okay? And I am disrespecting myself if I am online in front of the world going after this other man, or if you are online in front of the world going after this other woman. It is disrespect. It is not no trust in the relationship. You do not respect me in my mind. And when you lose love and respect and trust in the foundation, what is left?
let me
What
tell
is
you, we
left?
keep saying relationship, relationship. What we need to realize, you guys, and I think, and this is for all the single women out there that are actively dating. I think after you finish with, what I'm saying, the main stuff, but one of the next questions needs to
Mm-hmm.
be, what does your social media activity look like? Because
I agree with
what
that.
Yes, because what I think is happening, because I didn't know nothing about this shit. Okay, I was on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
running groups and shit
Mm-hmm.
with my homie. talking
Mm-hmm.
about gender wars and being,
Yes.
feminist energy versus feminine energy, excuse me, versus
Yes.
masculine. That's what I was talking about. Then and why I
Yes.
met Wiley, and then I came over to the beef sector.
Me
Nevertheless,
too. I mean, I didn't meet Wiley, but I found the so this thing of YouTube, this part of YouTube by China Fox girl, and she was
yeah.
talking about the ministry stuff.
Right. And that's how my other homegirl, who's really, really likes you, who nobody knows we're cool. That's how she found. So we split. So we left Facebook, and
Yeah.
she went to the manosphere. I came to the B sector. Right.
Mm-hmm.
She's now
Mm-hmm.
in the B sector, but that's how it happened for us. We left Facebook. That was a long time. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I didn't know anything. So on Facebook, they can see me. They know who I am. They know my
Right.
real name. They know,
Yeah.
they know where I live. I didn't know anything about this secret YouTube life, right?
I didn't
Um,
either.
right. So the point is that, so I think that needs to be a question. What does your social media activity look like? And then don't just take them for the answer. For their
Yeah.
answer, watch what they're doing. I also
Yeah.
feel like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I
Do your
also
research.
feel like people say, oh, you should hide what you're doing.
Right.
I think that's disingenuous. I do not
Me
think that
too.
you should hide it. I do
Me
think that you
either.
should be careful if it's a new person and not
Right.
have, not, just overly indulge in it while they're around.
Right.
However, what I'm trying to say in a long sentence is I did not know that this level of dysfunction, and I'm going to say men because I date men. I did not know that
Yeah.
this level of dysfunction was happening with our black men as it relates.
Sassy, I didn't either until I hit you. I had no idea. And maybe people used to say in the ministry that I've been living in a bubble. Sassy, I had no idea that black men felt so much some black men felt so much disdain and disrespect for and towards black women. Like I got a whole education when I found, this what's going on this YouTube thing. Cause it wasn't like that for me on Facebook. I used to argue on Facebook with Sinetta, and I can't stand the Hebrew Israelites because the way that they treat women, right? I had no idea it was this level of dysfunction. I didn't even have no idea, Sassy, that it was colorism was so bad,
A lot. I got
especially when it
exposed.
comes to black women.
I got exposed to a lot of stuff, and that's why I kind
Me
of play up
too.
my. That's why I kind of play up the bougie stuff because
Mm-hmm.
it's funny to me. Because on Facebook we were all like these are badass, Negroes. I mean,
Right.
it was just regular upper middle class, regular middle class people just
Yes.
spending time. Nobody gave a
Yes.
fuck if you said you had to go to a meeting or you were flying here or doing this. I mean,
Right. Nobody don't care.
we had
Right.
marathon runners and people that high level federal employees, and so
Yeah.
it was all like I was like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all tripping off of this. This is regular shit. This is
And
simple
it was
shit. You know what I'm
mostly
saying?
people in my. I agree. It was my. I didn't mean to stop you, but it was mostly people in our circle. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah.
nothing. Like if you go into a meeting or well, that's regular. It's like okay, you know what I mean. If
Regular.
you going out of town for a minute, okay. You got an event to go to. Okay, you know what I
I
mean.
mean, just
Stuff
some
like that.
some badass people, that I met. And, like I said, we could see them, we can hear
Yeah.
them if we wanted to. Anyway, but
Right.
I think, like I said, we could talk about Malik and Brooke till we're blue in the face. I think the overall message of what we're and why we're so fascinated with this is
Mm-hmm.
because of the social media aspect. But I
Yeah.
really do want the single women out there. I don't want you guys to be afraid to date. You need to vet
No.
somebody regardless of where you meet them, but
Yes.
ask the social media question and also ask yourself the question, like, am
Yeah.
I too addicted to this? Has
Yeah.
this changed me? Like the
Yeah.
trolls that can't keep, wake up in the morning with someone on their mind and going
Yeah.
searching for them and being ugly and nasty and vile and vulgar. The people that
And
are
want to
talking,
dox
on
them and find out all aspects of their lives.
all aspects,
Mhm.
like that's just treacherous for the
Too
spirit,
much. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
know some people that I know some people that are so lonely and so angry that social media is all they have, so they will hold on
Yeah.
to it by any means necessary, even if that
Yes.
means giving up real life
Yes.
relationships. And
Yes, that's
I just want
important.
to like put that out there because I did not know it
Mhm.
was at this level, and I can only
Mm-mm.
see it getting worse. And again, I have to
Mm-mm.
reiterate, these are people that are 40 and over.
Mm-hmm. That is incredible to me. That is why I say, I mean, I still have a moral compass at my age, and I can't get rid of it. You know what I mean? Because that's I've always been this person, and so when I'm doing my commentary, even when I was beefing, you know what I mean, I still it's still my moral compass. I'm not trying to die. I don't care what you got going on in your life outside of YouTube. I simply do not care. I do not have time to care. Okay, and I am not to the point to where I'm so invested in you because we're going back and forth that I have to dox you. I feel like I gotta one up you by exposing what you think you know what I think you got going on in your real life based on some things that I have read online because whatever's on whatever your your digital footprint or whatever is online that only tells you a part of a person's life. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe you know what I mean. And so when I got over here, what I learned from quickly when I got on YouTube was that I need to um invest in a little thing called, managing your digital footprint. I put it that way. Okay. So the only things on social media about me are things that couldn't be scrubbed. Like you don't know where I live now. You don't know what I do now, and there is no digital footprint when it comes to my husband. You don't even know his name, okay? Because of his job, because what he does for real. You know what I mean? So when I come on here, I'm just doing my commentary based on what I see on social media. Period. You really don't know nothing about me
You
for
know,
real.
one thing that people say about you, Google side to let me, I'm writing, somebody is asking you to block them. I'm telling you how they're saying to do it. I put in the back chat.
Okay.
One thing people say about you is,
Mhm.
and I know maybe it's me, but I think the whole crew or whatever says you could like now Miss Olivia, she moves like a married woman. And what they mean by that is, you sneak your ass up here while your husband at the job, okay?
Yes, I do.
You have to you got to put us on hold so you can make sure you them goddamn beans and goddamn ham hocks and whatever the
Yes,
hell y'all about to eat. Okay, you got to put us on
yes,
hold because baby,
yes.
Leotis
That
is on the
jelly
way
gonna be ready,
home.
baby. That jelly
Leotis is on
gonna
the
be
way
ready.
home. And
Okay.
then occasionally we'll see you at night. But that's a
Yes,
rare sighting because Leotis is in
yes,
the house and y'all is snuggling and doing whatever. And we might be in
yes,
your ear. Leotis is none
yes,
the wiser. But that's
yes,
how a married
yes,
woman moves. You know
yes.
what I'm saying?
On
And
the
I'm not
rare
saying it's the same
occasions
for
that I come
everybody.
on the rare occasions that I come on in the evening, Sassy, it's cause that man is still out there in that barn working on that woodwork. Okay.
Hmm. And it could
That's
have been
definitely
switched.
what
He
I'm
could
saying.
work third shift and you could be on all night. So those of you who are
Yeah.
married and y'all are on, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying we all know you can, like Carrie the other day told me, child, y'all be in my ear and my hair is long enough it be covering it and they don't know what the hell I'm listening to. So, we get it, but there is a certain way of movement that I know for me personally that I appreciate when I see women that are in relationships and that are married.
Yeah.
Uh, but I
Yeah.
think it's very, very difficult. And I probably have like three or four people at the top of my tongue that I won't mention because they ain't bothered me. That
Yeah.
they're like, it came out, a lot of people, it may have been years ago, but they lost their marriages because of the beef
Yes.
sector.
I wish I would, girl. No, ma'am. I don't understand that. I don't, even on Facebook, like I was saying earlier, people have lost their marriages behind this type nonsense. Like I literally can't imagine. Like why would you allow it to get that far? Like I don't understand. That's a you issue. You know what I mean?
But
And
I
so
think it's
you know,
I think it's becoming I think it's sad and I think it's
me
going to
too.
become more prevalent. And I
Yeah.
also think that it's keeping people from being in relationships as
I do
well.
too. I do too, especially younger people because they're online, so much, and they get to hear all of this stuff in their ear. Like it seemed like a lot of young men today think that they are supposed to get the flowers. They don't feel like they are supposed to be the protectors and providers. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by when I say I feel that some men have been emasculated by not only social media but by propaganda. You know what I mean? Because if you care about your woman, take advantage. What's that lady named Sierra? And what's her husband name?
Russell.
Russell. They call him a simp. You know, they say he is a weak man. All this and other. This is coming from other men simply because he loves and values his relationship as well as his family. Do you see what I'm saying? But they was good with what's her first baby daddy name again?
Future.
Yes. I can tell that she really cared about Future, but she couldn't be with him no more. She had to let him go. When she got that baby, she realized that she wanted a better example for her son, and she had to let him go. And she really did level up, in my opinion, because now she has a man that is very supportive of her and very respectful, and that she can trust. And he is not afraid of showing that. He just don't pay the bills because she can pay the bills her own self. It ain't kind of that kind of situation, true enough. And
Oh, he
there's a
pays the
woman,
bills.
but I'm just saying, I know that, but I'm just saying, I'm saying it in the context of, all of us are not married to a football star or
I
whatever.
got
You
you.
know what I mean? And
Got
but yeah, he take care of home because that's what he's supposed to do. I think that he knows that he is supposed to be. When you say you are the head of household and you are the man, you are the lead, you are supposed to actually be the head of household. You are supposed to be the lead. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't expect a man to do nothing else. If you was my man and you were not the lead, but you want to say you the lead and you are not conducting yourself that way, you would not be my man. Because that
I,
is not what I seen when I was growing up.
child, I had to tell you, listen, one that line, maybe you need to be more submissive. You need to allow me to lead. I straight up
No,
tell him, I am a feminine woman. I am a submissive woman, but I don't submit to anything, nigga. And
no.
you're not, and
See,
I
when
don't,
it comes to us in particular, Sassy, let me tell you something. I don't know. Now, see, when it comes to black men in particular, when you hear them online talking about the black woman is not submissive enough, she is very masculine. No, you are very weak. You are
you are a
emasculated because
subpar
when it
leader.
comes,
You are a
yes, when it
subpar
comes to
leader.
black,
This is not a dictatorship.
right, when it comes to black women in particular, in relationships between black women and black men, we are both very strong, right? So you have to practice reciprocity. Okay, you respect me, I respect you. This is equal. I trust you, you trust me equally. We have boundaries, what we will and will not tolerate. These things have to be established at the top of the relationship. And if you are not strong enough to actually lead me, and I am a black woman, if you are not strong enough to be the head of this family, then I cannot fool with you. I cannot respect you. That is some men, they are so weak for whatever reason, they feel like they need you to submit to them. No, honey, that is what white male patriarchy requires. Why are you acting like you are a white male patriarch when you are a black man and you are supposed to be practicing reciprocity? Equality. We are both very strong by nature. Why would you want me to submit to you? And then if I'm one of these kind of women that will willingly submit to you and be your yes woman, then you don't love me. You can't respect me, and so you got to move fool around on me and move it right along. Why? Because you are bored.
Mm.
That is the reason why. That is the way I see it. So you can't say I'm masculine if you are a man. If you are going strong enough to be my man, you will not think I am masculine. You will not want me to be submissive. You will want to practice reciprocity with me because I am your backbone. I am my husband's backbone, and I am proud to say that. And that is my way. That is my version of submission. Do you see what I'm saying?
That is
I got his
submissive,
back.
though.
He
Yeah,
got my
that
back.
is. That what
I got his
that
back. He got my back.
yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
traditionalist and I do believe in submission, but I
That is
think
my
what you just
version of submission,
that was
reciprocity.
just that's my point
Yeah.
is of what I'm about to say. What you just said is he's the head and you're the neck. So the head
Yeah.
ain't going nowhere without the damn neck, okay?
Right. Thank you.
So that's all it is. But
Yeah.
I find that they haven't that some of I like to date black men. I'm open to other races, but that's all
Mhm.
I've ever dated was black men thus
Yes,
far. But I do, and I like strong men. I'm a strong girl.
yes,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? The men who
right.
they like what I'm bringing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And so I'm used to that. But
yes,
you have to have a soft spot as it relates to me. Like you just
yes.
have to.
You gotta appreciate me. You
Yeah,
gotta
you have
appreciate
to.
me for what I bring to the
Yeah.
table. Do you see
You
what
have to
I'm
be like,
saying?
that's my boo, that's my baby,
Right.
and
What's this
ain't
my
nobody
doing?
about to fuck with her. If you fucking with her, you fucking with me.
Right. You
And
know
the
what I mean?
other thing that's going out,
I got my man's back 100 because I know
the
he
other,
got my back first. He is my
yeah,
protector.
the
He
other
has
thing that
even
I,
taught me. Well, my father did it first, but this world is so bad to this day. If he catch me going out without my firearm in my bag or somewhere on my person, because it is legal in the state of Tennessee, we're gonna argue about that because
mm,
he got to be somewhere else and he can't be with me. But now when he is with me, he don't worry about that. I don't have to have it because he's there. You see what I'm saying? I got my back. You know, he got my back. I'm gonna have to go, Sassy. But we got
okay,
each other's back. That is practicing reciprocity. Do you see what I'm saying? Here I
absolutely.
come. We
Oh
practice
Lord,
reciprocity.
Leota's home, y'all. We got to go. All right,
Oh,
girl.
no, it ain't Leotis because he wouldn't be knocking, child. It's when
Oh,
them
oh,
kids. Okay, because you
oh,
know it's
okay.
the summertime, school is out, and all of this is going on. That's why I be coming on live with very little in the summertime. But yeah, I'm glad you see that you know that about yourself, Sassy. Because you know a lot of women they have heard so much of stuff on social media that they are conflicted. They either feel like they too soft, they feel like they too hard. You know, they don't
Mm-hmm.
know which way to turn
Mm-hmm.
because simply
Absolutely.
because they have let social media morph them and you know and diminish you know what they are on the
Their
inside.
value, diminish their
Yeah,
value, and the man and the if we're talking about the heterosexual relationships, and the men don't do a good job at uplifting them. They make a lot of excuses for bad behavior, so it kind of confuses the woman.
right.
Let's revisit this one because this was a good topic.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get
And
off
you
of here,
was
y'all.
hyped, girl. You was hyped today. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm serious about. I want black women and black men to be together. But everybody knows that I am black first, and everybody know that. You know that, Sassy. Everybody know that, and I don't care how many black people look down on being black first, because it's not anti any other ethnicity or race. I just want the best for my people first. Do you see what
Right.
I'm saying? And the best for my people first, I truly believe is it starts with the black family. If you can have a strong black family, everything else will fall into place. You know what I mean? Yes, times are
Ooh.
hard. We still got people's foot on our necks and stuff like that. But if you got a foundation, you know, you can overcome whatever it is. As long as you got that foundation. You know what I mean? That's
Hallelujah.
what you need first. You need trust. You need respect. Here I come. Let me get off this
Oh, girl,
ass.
go get that bye, girl. Damn.
I know it ain't nothing but my nephew. You ain't got no patience. But anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. Please hit the video and share the video on your way out the door. Please hit the like button. You know, if you appreciate this commentary, I know we kind of went left, but I meant everything I said, and I hope that some of y'all got something out of this. I love y'all in the way that Christ loves y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.